We all have an ideal image of a family in our minds where parents are able to support and nurture their children. Sadly, we know families can face any number of crises that leave their children vulnerable. And that is where Providence House, Ohio can intervene. I recently spoke to its president regarding their faith-based crisis nursery in this sponsored segment. I'd like to welcome Natalie Leek from Providence House. It is a crisis nursery that provides free, voluntary, and emergency care to children. So, Natalie, thank you for being with us today.
Thanks for having me.
All right, let's start by letting our viewers know who may not be familiar, right? What exactly is a crisis nursery? What do you do?
Crisis nurseries provide emergency shelter to children whose families are living in situations that may present risk of abuse or neglect, which might ultimately move into the family losing custody of their children or kids entering foster care. So the goal is keep kids safe, work intensively with the families, move them through these crises situations so that they can ultimately safely reunite with their children.
And so Providence House obviously is unique. I don't know that many people hear about this right in their city. So can you tell us more about it and how it is you operate to make those children safe?
Providence House is one of the nation's oldest and now largest operating crisis nurseries. So the difference for our program is we don't just do the emergency shelter of infants and children. We do that intensive family crisis intervention work and family preservation work. It is a requirement of our program, in fact, for children to be with us. Families agree to do that intensive parent skill building and to connect to resources in the community. They're going to help resolve mental health issues, homelessness, domestic violence issues. So we're partnering with hundreds of community partners to link resources to the family to resolve those situations so it's safe for the children to return home.
Yeah, so inevitably you're saying your goal is to keep the family together, to keep that unit as one.
Absolutely. The way we say keep kids safe, keep families together. I think when you look at the data that 90% of kids being removed today across the US are poverty-related neglect and dependency issues. It's totally resolvable if we can link the family to the supports that they need.
What are some of the outcomes? What do you see when a child stays at Providence House then and goes through that program with their family?
It's incredible. So we're very holistically focused. So kids can stay with us up to 90 days, which gives us a lot of time to do assessments around developmental milestones and trauma exposure and social emotional development. And we work with the children while they're with us to get them back on track. We see amazing strides in developmental milestones, school readiness, all of the wellness factors related to early childhood. And then on the flip side, for the parent, we're seeing family stability increase exponentially. I mean, rates of employment, increased income, permanency of housing, and it's really walking the parent through those solutions and helping them get their lives rebuilt and back on track so their kids can go home. 99% of our children successfully reunite with their families.
That's incredible. That success rate is something you should be proud of. And so are there any challenges then as an organization that you are currently facing that you want people to be aware of when it comes to this very important work?
Certainly. And, there are about 60 nurseries that operate across the US and Canada. We convene them in a Center for Crisis Nurseries, but we all operate independently, and most of us are primarily privately funded. So, all of the government cuts that are coming certainly are going to be an impact, but it's building community support. That's what's really helped us survive for 45 years. And the other big challenge that we're seeing is we're getting calls from communities all over Ohio, all over the United States. In fact, we're working with San Antonio, Texas now to bring a program like this into their community. Not enough of us exist to support the needs of families in our communities, and there's huge demand to bring these programs statewide through Ohio and even nationwide.
So I want to let people know if they are interested in that, if you're hearing this, right, you are based in Cleveland, but obviously they can reach out to you and you can help them start this program in their community. So there is a link on the website that says Adopt Our Model. And I know that's a great way to kind of get started and learn more. And if you're interested in donating as well to the work that you do. So I want to give everybody the website. It's Prov House, so PROVhouse.org. So go there today, learn more. And Natalie, thank you, obviously, for the work that you're doing, but for sharing it with our viewers here on Daytime.
Thanks for letting us share our story. We appreciate it.